Hi, Room 5. Welcome back to Me on the Map. We sort of took a break from Me on the Map last week because we dove really deep into America and American symbols, which is obviously holds near and dear to our hearts since it's our country. But now we've got to finish. We've got to get to that finish line. So we had started super small back in our bedroom on our street with our own address. And then we moved out a little bit further. So that's where we started. Then we moved out to the city of Concord. Then we moved out again to our state of California. Then we moved out again to our country of the United States. And then we paused because the United States has so many different wonderful things that symbolize everything that we stand for. So we took a break and we studied some of those symbols, but now we've got to move out even further. What's beyond just the United States? And that's when we start talking about our continent. So in the world, I have this atlas here that belongs to Cammie and Teddy. Our world looks like this. Obviously, if it was flattened, it was squashed. And we happen to be a part of the big green land mass right there. And we call these different land masses the continents. So there are 7 different continents in our world. That's it. We happen to live on the one called North America. Now this gets really confusing for first graders because our continent's name has the word America in it. Do you see that? But it doesn't mean the United States of America. It's different. This whole green mass is called North America, and then right under it is South America. We are in North America, but we aren't alone in North America. So I'm going to show you some pictures in here to give you some ideas. This is a close-up of North America and what it looks like and all the different things that make up North America. Over here on this chart, these are the different parts of the land. So you can see the mountains are in this brownish color, deserts are in yellow. Then it has all the different kinds of forests, ice caps, wetlands, grasslands, even rainforest. So you can see all the different types of land and habitats that make up North America only. But now if you ask, well, what exactly is in North America? Here it is. That's what it looks like up close. You can see that we basically share North America with Canada. Those are our neighbors up north. And Mexico. Those are our neighbors down south. There are lots of other smaller countries. We call this more Central America. And there's also Greenland up here. So this is basically, for first grade, the part that we study. So basically, we like to say that we share North America with Canada and Mexico. Now, it's a little bit different to understand because if I wanted to take you on a field trip anywhere in the United States, I could, because we belong to the United States. So we could pick up and travel to any of the 50 states. But if I wanted to take us on a field trip to Canada or Mexico, we're not allowed to go there unless we have a passport. So those are different countries that we would be traveling to. So they're a little bit different. So in your Me on the Map book, if you have it printed out, and if you don't, again, it's okay. You can draw a picture, you can just listen, you can study these maps without having a book. But if you do have the Me on the Map book printed out, these are the 2 pages that we're gonna work on. And this first one right here says my continent, and it's blank. And then down here it says other countries on my continent. So what I would like for you to do, and in the classroom if we had done this, we would have cut out the different countries and put them on. But instead, what we're going to do today is I'm just going to show you what it would look like. And you can pause and you can draw it. That's what I would advise to do at home. So I'm going to turn this just a little bit. And this is what your page looks like. And then what you want to do is you want to try to draw it. Now this was done in our classroom, obviously. And in our classroom, I would help you draw these pieces and cut them out. Now you'll notice my Canada and my United States and my Mexico don't look exactly like the map. Did you notice that? But that's part of the fun of doing it in the classroom, is we have a good time trying to make Canada and the United States and Mexico. But then I do want you to pay attention to it, whether you're drawing it or you could try to cut it out like I did. It's tricky. Maps are very tricky. You need to write North America on that line. Remember, North and America both have an uppercase because it's sort of like the first and last name. And then where it says other countries on my continent, you may write Canada and Mexico. Okay, so you might want to pause the video right now and work on putting your continent together. The reason we draw it or cut it out, the reason I don't just give you this is because if I just give you this, your brain just fills in information and your brain isn't really thinking about what that continent looks like. And as first graders, what we want to do is really train our bodies to remember all of these interesting things that we're learning about. So that's why you're training your body to draw this shape. And you're training your body to think, oh yeah, Canada is above us and Mexico is below us on the earth. Okay, it's important to know your place in this world. So that's what you're doing. If you need to pause and look up what it looks like on a map, you can do that too. Okay, so then welcome back, because now we have to fill in this. This is an actual map. So of course it looks a lot better and more professional than mine. And on the actual map, I'll show you some of the things that I would like for you to fill in. I'm going to take this one down. Here we go. So this is what I'd like you to work on, okay? And I'm going to scoot it up so you can really see. I'm sorry, it's my hand. There we go. So there are some things that I'd really like you to label on our map. First, obviously, Canada, and then the USA, and then Mexico. And you can see that my Mexico didn't even fit on Mexico, and I went right into the water, and that's all right. And then just like we've done on our other maps, we have to label the oceans. So here's our Pacific Ocean, right? And that's where our Golden Gate Bridge would have been. And here is our Atlantic Ocean. And that's over there is New York, where the Statue of Liberty would have been. So there's that sea to shining sea connection that we made when we were studying America. And then up here is the Arctic Ocean. And we're going to be studying the Arctic after we study the rainforest. So make sure you get Arctic Ocean up there, because that's where those great icebergs are and ice caps. That's the North Pole up there. So go ahead and pause this if you need to, and do your labeling and do your coloring, because then we actually only have, I believe, the world left after this. So that's pretty exciting, all right? So I can't wait to see your North Americas. I know some of you have already gone ahead and done it without me, and that's totally fine. But otherwise, this is a great way to do it. If this part is frustrating for you, how about maybe you don't do this picture if you don't want to. You don't have to do it. Or if you have a printer at home, you could ask mom or dad to print you out maybe a picture from Canada and a picture from Mexico instead. That's another way to do it also. You can make like a little collage. So you can make this your own as well. As long as you remember, when I see you again, back when you're probably a second grader, if I ask you what country is to the north of us, you'll think back and you'll go, oh yeah, I remember. This is North America. To the north is Canada. To the south is Mexico. Okay? North, south. You've got it. I know you do. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow for our next part of Me on the Map. But I love you and I miss you. And there's no place like home on North America. Bye.